So now we'd like to honor Aaron Fullerton. Aaron is a writer, producer of scripted television programs, and an avid cancer blogger. So after graduating from Bellarmine in 2003, Aaron enrolled at the USC, the famous USC School of Cinematic Arts, and in 2007 earned a BFA in writing for film and television. Aaron began his career in television working on the CW's Smallville, and then as a script coordinator on US Network's Burn Notice. Following Burn Notice, he was hired as a staff writer on USA Network's drama series Graceland. A few months into the first season, Aaron went to the hospital with some back pain and was diagnosed with stage 3 testicular cancer. He chronicled his treatments, from surgeries to chemotherapy, in a very humorous form on his cancer blog that was followed by thousands of readers across the country. In April 2013, Aaron was deemed cancer-free and returned to work. The following season, since then, he has written for ABC Family's Chasing Life and developed a pilot for the Media Rights Capital Group and with Tatum and Free Association. So he recently, some of this doesn't make sense to me. The Free Association, I figured, was some sort of a production company. Is that right? Okay, good. All right. I can't wait to get you up here. He recently finished his first season as co-writer-producer on CBS's American Gothic. And in addition to screenwriting and blogging, he is executive producer of and co-hosts a twice-monthly podcast for the Writers Guild of America. Bellarmine is proud to welcome a true man of letters and words. Please welcome Aaron Fullerton.
It's good to be back at Bellarmine. This is incredibly humbling. And you guys have gotten very fancy too, which is also nice. So I don't know if any of you, how much attention you pay to Hollywood, but they make a lot of movies about superheroes now. And when you go out with friends or if you go on meetings in Hollywood, an inevitable question that comes up is, who's your favorite hero? And then eventually it moves to the more personal and revealing topic. If you could have any superpower, what would it be? And of course, the thing you pick reveals something about yourself. If you want to fly, you're probably an extrovert. The introverts pick invisibility. And I know my answer, and it is teleportation. Because and what that reveals about me is that one day, when I have kids and they are of high school age, I want to be able to grab them in the morning, because I will be in Los Angeles. I want to grab them and just teleport them to Bellarmine and let them have the education that I had, because Bellarmine has been so incredible to me. It's been an education academically, emotionally, and spiritually, and I wish I could share that, but I think ultimately the commute is going to put the kibosh on that one. But my wife makes fun of me quite a bit for lots of things, but also for how much I talk about Bellarmine. I talk about it the way people in Boston talk about the Patriots. I am a Bellarmine super fan. I have floated out there. You know, Bellarmine could be both a boy's name and a girl's name, actually. I think the response was, it could also be a dog's name. So, you know, we'll see how that goes when time comes. But Bellarmine is my franchise, and if you don't know Bellarmine as intimately as we all do, it's easy to think that commitment and that loyalty that it inspires is maybe over the top, and that some of us are just waxing nostalgic or viewing those important formative years through an idealistic lens. But no, Bellarmine is actually that special. Even if all of us have a different story for why. A big part of why I fell in love with Bellarmine was its openness. I came here frustrated at an existential level, and ninth graders are the most existential people you will ever know, as many of you can attest to. I was in the midst of a super existential crisis because I was having so much trouble reconciling my faith and my intellectual curiosity, and I couldn't find a place that fostered both those things together. And Bellarmine, it took a completely opposite stance from the other communities that I had been privy to. Bellarmine said faith and reason and science and curiosity, those don't fight each other. Those concepts enrich and inform one another. At that point, my education took on a whole new level in my life. It wasn't just nourishing my intellect, it was nourishing my actual identity. And in some cases, it took some time away from Bellarmine to understand just how much it truly shaped me. In 2012, a week after I had been diagnosed with stage 3 cancer, in the afternoon after my first surgery, I opened up a new tab on my computer and I started writing. Partially because writing's my jam, partially because it was a way to inform all my friends at once of what was going on in my life, but also a big part of that was because starting that blog, I thought, this will build a community. And it did. Within hours, I was receiving well wishes and stories from cancer survivors and their loved ones. I was getting tips on which snacks to bring to chemo. Apparently, Mr. Goodbar is the key. And I felt this swell of support and love and care. And immediately my mind clicked backwards to Bellarmine, and the first time I had felt community encourage me in such a passionate way. I still remember the first time that I'd ever been to Mass. I just gave away that I'm not Catholic, and I'm sorry if that ruins the ceremony, but let's just pretend for the rest of the speech. But the first time I ever went to Mass here at Bellarmine, I remember that, I vividly remember sharing the peace of Christ with my classmates in that first time, and I had never experienced anything like that anywhere else. It was truly transformative. I have never felt more included in the community, and never more assured that a group of people would have a profound effect on my life. For some of those people, it was those 4 years, and for others, it's been almost 2 decades. But all of them have touched my life profoundly because Bellarmine fosters that kind of community. It helped teach me to seek community, to not be afraid of it, but to find joy and solace in those that pass through my life. And I've found other communities since, but Bellarmine will always be number one. The open, non-judgmental exchange of ideas, the empathetic love and kindness that it has always exhibited, and the way it asks students, who do you want to be, and how can we help you get there? I am deeply, deeply humbled to receive this award from Bellarmine, because being a member of the Bellarmine community, the greater Bellarmine community, that's honor enough. So to get this award is incredibly special, and I thank you so much for all you've done for me, everyone involved in the Bellarmine community, and for everything that you continue to do to every class of students that passes through these brand spanking new hallways. They don't even know quite yet how special and how amazing the education they're getting is, because it's fostering not just their mind, but their entire soul. And it means so much to me, and it's going to mean so much to them, and I can't wait for them to feel the way I feel right now. Thank you so much.